Good for all. Do what you know you should for all. We all may die. Something's going on, just look around. Fear is on the rise, and there's blood all over the ground. Let's all just blindfold the poor. Must remind them what's in store. Got 'em now, just break 'em down a little bit more. Say, hey, you, feed the machine, bring 'em all back down to their knees. No time to waste, remind the slaves, we ain't gonna make it out alive today. I say, hey, you, poison the well, watch it all burn, take 'em straight to hell. It's got the whole world in its hands, get nice to know ya, all been damned, come on. Something's going on, no need to fear. And we're all in this together. And just to make it all clear, we want the same thing as you. This'll all be over soon. Now here's a little pill, here's the truth. We're gonna, we're gonna, we're gonna. We're gonna. Well, God, hey, you, feed the machine, bring 'em all back down to their knees. No time to race. Remind the slaves, ain't gonna make it out alive today. I said, hey, you, poison the well. Watch it all burn, take 'em straight to hell. It's got the whole world in its hands. It was nice to know ya. All been damned, come on. We've all been damned, come on. Said, hey, you, feed the machine, bring 'em all back down to their knees. No time to waste, remind the slaves, we ain't gonna make it out alive today. I say, hey, you, poison the well, watch it all burn, take 'em straight to hell. Whole world in his hands, it was nice to know ya. You've all been dead, come on. We've all been damned, come on. We've all been, damn, come on! Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope you all are having a lovely, lovely day. I do apologize since I haven't really been streaming as often recently. It's a bit, a lot of stuff been going on, a lot of pre-planning, a lot of work, a lot of different things that I gotta do. We got my job. Hopefully, like my official schedule stuff will be coming in within the next week, so I'll know roughly when I'll be going into work. And you guys will have a more consistent idea of when my availability for stream is. I'm very excited, very excited. Also means I'll have some more money to throw around for some people. Uh, if you're wondering why I'm streaming and why we're doing a just chatting stream and there's no topic, this is going to be more of like a work stream almost. Because I have to finish editing Month Madness. I'm doing the final once over of it all. And then I'm thinking I might pop into Canva. I might hop into Canva, and I'll try. I'm gonna be trying to make some merch, some holiday merch. They have some really neat knitwear that I really wanna utilize for this year. It's just neat, and I want to make stuff for it, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to. And so I gotta try. I gotta try. Ooh, fun. Ooh, fun indeed. I'll probably be hopping into GIMP to get exacts and then moving that over into Canva along with some other stuff to get it all to look right. That is the game plan anyway. Can't guarantee if that will be the case, but we can try. We can try. But I should probably get myself. Give me a sec. God, I'm sorry if my head kind of cocked to the side for a bit there, like Golden Freddy. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What possession do I cherish the most? See, that's interesting because I don't think I have a lot of possessions that I would really say are like beyond normal. Got one. Okay. So, over here, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show it. That's the wrong notebook. I also need to fix my model. I need to fix it so that way it doesn't go ooh whenever I walk back. There's a thing for that. It's for locking it in place. But I went to like a convention. I went to a convention way back when I was still kind of learning to be myself. Before I started streaming, I just started doing YouTube stuff. I didn't have like an identity. I wasn't really doing much. But one thing that I got while I was at this convention was a notebook. And it had like the mask from Princess Mononoke on it. And I really liked the look of it. It was very thin, and so it wasn't too intimidating of a sketchbook to open up. But I was still having trouble actually getting around to actually getting around and making stuff in it. I was having trouble getting my first bit of writing into it. Now there was a little fan panel meetup in the same area, and it was for a YouTuber that some of you guys, this animator that some of you guys probably know of, called Emirichu. They were giving out, they were talking with people, signing stuff for free, which was really nice. Just enjoying their time with the fans. And more or less what they ended up, like, I brought my notebook to them, and I I asked them if they would sign it. That I had just gotten it, and I was very excited to start drawing in it. And I felt, it'd be nice to have sort of someone, like, no matter what I draw, I can at least guarantee that, like, someone out there put something good into it. And I trust Emirichu's track record. So they thankfully were able to like sign it for me, and I more or less took that in my brain as a, well, there you go, someone has signed your sketchbook. They have more or less, they now assume that you are going to write in this, you are going to draw in this every single day, that you are going to put, and you're going to plan, and you're going to do stuff. So now write, now draw, now do anything, even if it's bad, put it in there, because they expect something. Now, apparently, between then and now, they've recently moved off to Japan, which means that that signature is a lot harder to come by now for a lot of people, which is interesting to say the least. But the stuff that I drew in this notebook was more or less the beginnings of VTubing for me. It was the beginnings of me trying to think of stuff, and it wasn't the first notebook that I did that in. I might actually show you guys it after I finish the editing of this. I'll see if I can get my camera set up so you guys can see it all, because I think it's good. It's honestly one of my more cherished possessions, and I still have it. I honestly have all the notebooks that I've done like VTuber planning in, that I've done stuff for. Back when I was doing YouTube stuff, I had different ideas for different banners, which was really fun. I'm actually looking through it now, and oh God, I forgot all the stuff that I drew in here, all the concepts that I had. I might, yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll show you guys this stuff when I'm done doing the work. You know? Might have to skip some pages because there is some IRL stuff in here, but you know, I think that'd be cool. Um, hmm? Let's see. There we go. Sorry, I'm just looking through it as well. Uh okay. Sorry. Brain is going down memory lane. I need to not go down memory lane because I've been going down memory lane a bit too much. Going a bit too deep. You guys know. You guys know. Uh okay. So I'm going to be doing some editing while I'm here. I'm going to have some music in the background, and I'll just kind of be here to talk, while I get this editing done. And I might be able, yeah, I should be able to hop over to the gaming scene, and that way you guys can see everything. So I'll be back, okay? Okay. Okay. Right around here, I believe. Right, there we go. Okay. Maybe. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Oh, there we go. Now, let me just get the gaming scene pulled up. Shouldn't take too long, obviously. Should just be able to open up. Nowhere near July, and I'm mentally making a list of who to attack for art fight. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's gonna be fun. I just real July also gets to be the administrator for art fight. Sorry, my brain, I've been doing all of the month madness, and so my brain is just filled with month madness. Most of the stuff I'm doing now is just adding like usernames to stuff, and then in the description I'm going to be having like the links to where you can find the artists of each thing. I'm not ready for art fight. Well, the good news is that it's still about 6 to 7 months away, which may not sound like a lot, and it's because it's not. Anyway. My art upgrades more since last time. Olska, your art is amazing. Like legitimately, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm literally using this one right here because I love it so much. Like this is just such a good, like, you've been doing great here. Like the stuff that I see you draw like in the mornings when I'm able to catch a stream are just beautiful. Y'all are talking about America and art. Yes, y'all are talking about America and art fight, soldier. I'll eat you. No, don't eat me. You can't eat me. I'm not. If you eat me, then like I'm not even. I haven't even been flavored yet. I'm just me now. I mean, sure, some people probably think I taste like strawberries based on this color, but like, I haven't. It hasn't been done. I say, knowing full well that I have that one turned off. And so none of you can make me a different color. You can make Pitchfork a different color though. Pitchfork is now the color of sea salt ice cream. Those of you who get that reference, you're the real ones. Right up there with people who are big fans of Dog's Treat. Oh, whoops. Don't worry. I knew I forgot to turn on something, so it'll be on shortly. I don't want you guys not being okay. I'll eat Pitchfork. Okay, enjoy the fluff and maybe fiberglass. Oh, let's see. I think it's here. Yeah, there they are. Oh, literally the moment I turn it on, the moment I got out of bed this morning. Classic. Who redeemed that classic old scum? Not surprised. Oh god, this is a really vibrant like like a purple pink. Like they just increased my saturation. That's all that you did. Oh, I might have to adjust the thing on here at some point. Okay, I think it's properties. Right. That's some of those. There we go. There we go. Hi, I'm gonna be lurking since I'm playing the game. No trouble, Oki. No trouble. There we go. But yeah, as I said, most of this will just be me adding stuff to stuff. There we go. There we go. Let me add a. Oh, there we go. Drop shadow. Yeah, I don't care about the fusion, and I'll just make this like a regular sort of thing. We'll go ahead and increase the thickness. There we go. Much better. Imagine getting out of bed, walking into the lighthouse kitchen, and see a different color and see you being a different color and think, this is normal. It happens from time to time. The color, the fire of the lighthouse changes, Pitchfork over here changes. It only makes sense that I change too. You know? We are not but smoke. We are not but mist. Oh, it's just like, hey, what happened? I think I went to bed wrong. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Right around. This would have been a lot easier with the other stuff, but you know. Gotta run. Battery's getting low. No trouble, no trouble. Also, I am going to mute this real quick so you guys don't have to hear it. Because we don't need to worry about sound. There we go. No. Oh, okay, wait, I see. Now I'm just confused. There we go. Blame the sleeping position on your blame the sleeping position on your color palette. Yeah, you know, I fell and hit the wrong slider and it just completely messed everything up. I went into the bathroom, looked in the mirror and pressed a randomize color and it was all downhill from there. There we go. And this one was by ink, so there we go. Oh god, what color did you guys turn me into now? Oh god, oh my, actually, grape, grape flavor. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. I can get behind that one. That one's a nice one. That one's the color of Rel. Okay, and then I change this one to say by Ink Haley. There we go. And then in the description of each of the different things, I'll make sure to put down who owns what. Ooh, that one was by Oki. By Oki. There we go. Both of them are by Oki, so that makes this a whole lot better. There we go. There. There we go. That's not how you spell Kaylee. There we go. There we go. Gotten those ones already. You guys are getting a sneak peek at what's being said, which I think is kind of neat. Oh no, not the Pookie. Time to learn about America. It also helps that I have this muted because it means that you guys don't get spoiled for when the video comes out this Friday. Did I say this Friday? Ignore that. I mean, technically, if you guys get a membership, you guys get access to this video 24 hours early. There we go. All right, and then I'm gonna put in Month Madness Part 2. Is this Month Madness Part 2? Huh. So I feel like I'm missing something. One sec. This Friday? Okay, 1, 2. Did I miss half of it? Did I lose footage? No. No, that can't be. I didn't, did I? Where he's like 5'1". Did I lose? I can't have lost it. Nah, I can't. Month Madness 1 is good. Month Madness. Starting to get upset. Because this means I might have lost like a third of the video. I worked hard on it. Test Untitled. Hmm. Hmm. A third. It's all because I had to make room for Spellbound VODs. Because we had like why not? I'll put it there. November vibe. November vibes. It's gonna be great. Listen, It's around... It was around here. They made gods. This is just us being silly about months. Oh god. All right. Okay. We're hopping over. We're doing the thing. February's like 5-1. I gotta have it somewhere, right? I'm sure I have it. Let me... Project Manager... Month Madness... I don't think I would have it here in Month Madness, because I had already gotten rid of that third. Yeah, it's looking like it. God. That was like a really good part, too. We're just gonna I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that I lost a lot of good jokes in that. Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with that. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you think that things are okay, and then it turns out that you've lost like a third of your progress. And you know what? That's just how it is sometimes.
Know what that means?
Yeah, you know what that means.
Fuck!
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, most of the art is between these two sections. Like, I'm not too worried about it. You know? I am showing you guys this part. December and January falling in love over and over again, but being pulled apart by time. I miss my wife February. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. That's my wife. Okay. I'm just gonna have to let that be. I'm gonna have to let that be. And it is a shame. It is a shame. But hey, that brings this video to about 13 minutes, which I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty darn good length for a video. Just means if they want more Month Madness, they're gonna have to join the Discord. And if they want more Month Madness, they gotta watch the VODs. That's just how it works. You know, that's them's the breaks. Anyway. Let me go ahead and save that, and I will export that later, because that is not something that... Oh my, that... I was moving some kind of slow. Oh, okay. Now the real question is, what do I do now? I was saying that I would make some merch, but do I really want to? One more month Madness, work for it. Yeah. Do what everybody else did and make a bunch of fan art for it. Come onto the Discord and make more fan art, but fan art now. No. Oh God. Oh. There we go. Let's see. Now that we've done our working bit of today, sorry, I'm looking at trying to make no. Oh. Oh right, I was gonna show you guys the thing. Unfortunately, this is gonna require me to go to my PNG tuber model, which is probably okay. Let me do a thing real quick. Let me do a thing so that way when you guys use the thing, it changes the thing. Should it be? If I go there and look at body, I should just be able to hop into a random call. And it should be good enough for this thing. Bum 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 ba 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 bum bum. There we go. That has made me a completely different thing. But hey, that's okay. There we go. I'll just pretend like everything's okay. There we go. Yeah, because unfortunately I gotta turn off this thing to continue. Which is unfortunate, but we live. Why are there two of me? Reactive group. Where am I? There we go. I was wondering where the hell I went. There we go. So I should probably also double SB term. Don't tell SB Sky. Don't tell SB Sky. That it'll break them. It'll break that book was gotten rid of for the safety of her. That book was gotten rid of specifically because of the problems that it caused. Hello, how go? Great. We go great. Good. Go good. Me Gungaga. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Oh God. Okay. Now if I move the now this shouldn't take. Now I just gotta set up hand cam again real quick. Hand cam comes and goes in a variety of different ways, which does make it a bit strange to work with. But hey, we do what we can. All right. Come on. I know you can see this is definitely a Mi Gungaga moment. Absolutely. I totally believe that and didn't just see like a single thing of that a while back and decided to implement it into my own worldview. Let's see. Video capture device. There we go. Not perfect, but hey, we do what we can, right? Okay, let me quickly
So, I was organizing my room, and I ended up finding a whole lot of, like, notebooks and stuff. Let me... You know?
It's Chuck time. Congratulations. The lotto will soon be hydrated.
I feel like you guys were waiting for that. Well... Do let me know, is this thing catching audio? Double audio? It is.
There we go. Fixed. Thank you, bartender. Another. That was very dangerous. I don't know why I did that. Today's a double term kind of day. You know, this is the daily double. Okay, so starting off, I had started the idea of doing like VTuber stuff for a little bit. You know, I had done a couple things that I'd really wanted to do. Also, if you guys are wondering why I'm doing this near the end of the year, it's because I always get kind of, you know, reminiscent at the end of the year. Chaos term day, always. But near the end of the year, I like to get a bit reminiscent. Do expect a just chatting New Year's stream where we just talk about what I expect for the next year, what things I want to sort of see the community do and progress with. Ooh, that has my address and real name. Let me just skip through all... Ooh, wow. Okay, so... I had started off with... I'd already been doing YouTube for a little bit as like a side project, right? I had been doing stuff that made me feel happy. Also... I'm going to have to move this in such a way. Give me a sec. There we go. That way, when I show it, it'll be open. Address leaking stream. To be fair, it's an old address, but I will not be giving you guys my old address either, because I'm smarter than that. Anyway. As you guys can see, I had already started designing a couple different things for my VTuber model. I'd already kind of gotten the idea of where I was going. I believe up here, I wanted my baseline to sort of be, I wanted to be kind, clever, thoughtful, and nerdy, along with being an airhead and passionate about what I care about. This eventually devolved into here that says eager, not gayer, but that also happened, so, you know, we do what we can. And that eventually led me to this design here. Now, this design here, as you can see, I promise you, it's not the dude from The Big Lebowski, though he definitely does give off that kind of vibe. I kind of didn't really like it, because it seemed a bit too sterile, too empty. He looked like he was ready to go on a bender with, like, a bunch of cocaine. And so, you know, I proceed VTubing the tuber, yay. And so I kind of just started changing things up. Eventually I got to this. Also not that great. I'm not gonna lie, a part of me kind of sees it and is like, it's like I think I almost made SB Newt if I had changed a couple more things there. You know, I'd slowly but surely kind of been wearing away at what I wanted to do. Different facial expressions, different ideas, you know, different different things. And that eventually led me to this design here. You know, hair floof. I want floof. I didn't care about nose. I wanted them to be tired and comfy and cozy. And I believe it was it was around this point that the rest of this ends up becoming me doing math in school, which, let's be real, none of you guys want to see. That eventually led me to this book. Now, this book is a bit more bit more complete in its idea and design, because that other thing was sort of just me doodling, scribbling, kind of not taking stuff too seriously. There's the Emorichu signage. Here's their signature. Now you can totally, I don't know, take something. But the idea that I had before I had even thought of the lighthouse, before I had even settled on the kind of person, before I knew anybody, anything, I hadn't done like a lick of real, like, honest to goodness streaming. I think I had done a tiny bit at most. I think I just joined like a St. Jude's VTuber group. And the idea at the time was to do I was going to play a scientist. Which I know, all of you are sitting here laughing your asses off, because it's like, ah ha ha, you pigeonholed yourself into Spellbound day one. But listen, this was long before Spellbound was a thing, from what I understand. But I wanted to play a scientist whose whole thing was they were working on finding, they were working on interacting with with different universes. They had created devices to try and explore those universes. And they thought they had found a way to communicate with other universes, specifically other versions of themselves. Now, what they didn't realize during the first test is that what they made did not allow them to communicate, per se, but more swapped them with the other universal versions of themselves. So this version of themselves who's been living their own life just gets brought into theirs. And this would happen from time to time. And I had a couple different ideas. Yonk had already started making, like, doing axolotl stuff with me. And I had made a couple different ideas. Little like, regular me, comfortable, little axolotl on the shoulders, robot version of me. Axolotl boy, you can see that. I wanted to have a 3D model for VR games and 2D for everything else. And I was going to have a thing where they could turn into other things. It was a whole thing, you know? I was going to have a more stable form for Let's Plays and YouTube stuff, because that's what I used to do. And, the idea for VODs would be that it'd be all about viewer interaction, changing the model, doing things like that. There was just like a lot of different ideas that I had at the time, and I thought each of them would have a different, a different idea, a different sort of base behind them. And so whenever a change would happen, I would change personalities for the thing. The human would be all about science and combo magic, Axolotl was always about magical ley lines. There would be a robot one that was all about getting people to join the collective and things like that. I did some I had some me writing out, like, the unpacking stuff, because I wanted to do a song cover of that. I wanted to make a loft bed at one point. Yippee indeed. It was a big fan of this idea, where I would have my stream stuff underneath the loft bed, because I'm ace as fuck. I'm not going to be using my bed for anything else. And the idea would be that I would have all of this stuff set up for streaming, and because it was a loft bed, it would be a lot easier to turn into a sort of, like, studio, almost. I'd be able to decorate it the way that I saw fit. It seemed like a really interesting idea. Never really got around to it, unfortunately. This is also around the time I planned series. Kirby and the Lost World, there was Tales of Symphonia. I still need to finish playing that. I still don't tell. Zach is out here sharpening their slime axe to get to me. I did some budgeting, and this is where I got to, like, yearly goals and stuff. This is while I was still in college. I wanted to get to 100. I wanted to get to 1,000 TikTok followers, because
I had already gotten 190 in like such a short amount of time. I wanted to hit 500 YouTube subs. Still haven't done that. No worries on that, honestly. Twitch followers. I wanted to get to 100. I did not trust the Twitch would blow up the way that it did. I really didn't expect it to blow up the way that it did. Because I had 19 and my big goal was 100. My big goal was 100. I thought I was so much back then. It's insane to think about how time has changed. Honestly. Right around here. Here we have some of the planning that I did for my first ever like charity stream. I had all these different ideas for playing Mario Kart and playing Paper Mario and playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land where I could drop stuff and people could pay to change stuff like that. You know, that was always really fun. Oh, here's one. This is also around the time that I had this is around the time I had gotten to meet up with someone who doesn't stream anymore, and I really wish that they did. I really, really wish they still streamed, because honestly, they were my like small time inspiration. They had been they had hit 1,000 followers around the time I had started watching them, and I had been saving up points and stuff, and I loved watching them. Their name was Nanupo Nupo, and they were part of their whole thing was they were a Lalafell from like a red panda Lalafell from Final Fantasy 14, and they were so cool. And one of the things that we ended up doing, they had like a redeem called like Kingpin. Where it was just an obscene amount of points, and I saved up every single day to get them. And eventually I got that, and they never expected that. Nanu, by the way, I need to preface this. They sound like their singing sounds like Frank Sinatra, like legitimately like honest to goodness. I would expect that like if they made like covers of music, they would do amazing. But unfortunately, they made some art for me, some of the first like outside of like other artist fan art that I had ever gotten, which was of our characters just kind of sitting in a back room, being cool as fuck, And they were a good friend of mine, and I really cared about them. Unfortunately, they had to stop streaming because life got in the way. Life got in the way, and they had kids, and I understand that they would. I'm happy that they saw how things were going, saw that stream was not going to be able to take them as far as their current job for taking care of people, and I respect that. I respect them a whole lot. I miss them a whole lot too, but wherever they are, I hope they're doing the best. I had some ideas for different emotes and stuff, different channel point redeems, because I was getting real big. And that was around the time I had first set up my first sort of like stream stuff. I had set up my Discord. This was me drawing out my Discord, deciding on what I wanted to have as a Discord, what channels I wanted, what things that I wanted to do, what stuff I felt was important to have, and it has changed a whole hell of a lot since then. It honestly is terrifying to think about. The fact that, like, this is how it started. Like, I'm holding the thing, I remember I only made a Discord because I didn't expect to hit 100 followers. And L, like, more or less really wanted me to make a Discord. And I told them that once I hit 100 followers that I would do that, thinking that it would never happen. And here we are. We're going to have ads in a little bit, so I'll try and find a good stopping point. Here we go. PowerPoint. I made a PowerPoint for like one of my first streams. It was neat. I had ideas for merch, different stickers, plushies, etc. I hope one day I can make a Pitchfork the plush. They didn't even have a name back then. Their name was Ragdoll. Ragdoll Axolotl. Oh, holding the history of the lighthouse in my hands.
I actually, and this is also, I had also like had some ideas for plushies for for Pitchfork, you know, because you know, I didn't understand merch. I didn't know how things work, but I felt I needed to draw something, so I did. You know, I thought embroidered facial features would be cool, little floopy gills, beads in the bottom, so that way they would sit upright. Uh, you know, the lore. Different ideas for streams starting. I don't think I've really hit all of these yet. I really need to. I really need to finish some of these at some point, or talk about getting them done. You know, it this is also back when it wasn't really just the lighthouse. It was I think I referred to the Discord as the axolotl tank, which I find hilarious in so many different ways. Oh, but yeah. Ah, right. My planning for my first ever 24-hour stream. This is I had done this around like September or October, and I believe I had become good friends with Mage around this point, and it really goes to show how early on like Mage was as a friend. Like, you know, there should be a Lottle tank in the lighthouse. There really should. I feel like most of you kind of just like fall into that, and then you just kind of sit there for a little bit, just being like, "Where the hell am I?" Before you realize, like, "Oh, you're right," and then go about your day. But like, I had like all of these ideas for the different things. I had planned out naps, and this is how I was able to do my first 24-hour stream without without as many issues. I had planned out naps and when I would end and when I would do certain things, and it made it so much easier to deal with. If you are ever doing like a big event, plan, make a schedule, don't wing it. Like, there's no reason to wing this stuff. But yeah, I'd played Sky, Children of the Light. I had made some space for some extra stuff. I played Breath of the Wild, and then I would take a nap. You know, played Uno, Gartic Phone, Among Us, Nap 2, Mario Kart, Metroid, Minecraft, Nap 3, and then I played some spooky games. You know, and that was really fun. It was a whole thing, and I had a lot of fun. Ooh, right. This is where that's awesome, to be honest. Yeah. Like, honestly, I haven't the past couple like 24-hour, 72-hour streams that I've done have had a lot less planning than that. And if I do another one, I need to make sure that I plan it out like per day part, if that makes sense. Of course, you know, I'll be doing work around that time, so I'll have to wait until I have like paid time off or whatever to justify that, but you know. But here was where I started looking at different friends who had their like I started figuring out like what type of panels they had, what they felt was important. You know, this is where I had stuff set down here. I went through Nanu, Olive, Tux, Aura. One sec. One sec. Hate that guy. Anyway, yeah, hate that guy. But you know, I had drawn out these like sort of ideas for different like panels and things, and it just seemed like an interesting sort of thing. That's sort of where I got into this. I still don't know why I claim that I can't draw. I don't know why I used to claim that, because I look at this stuff and I'm like, okay, I can see that being pretty good, you know? It's like I was gonna have like the panels separated by different things here, like these little reading nook and living room thingies. Like, that seemed fun, you know. This is also around the time I had really started embracing the idea of like a lighthouse sort of motif. There we go. Different starting screens, which I still need to overlook that later, but you know, different transitions for different screens, intermission games. Those are nice. They are nice. Let's see. I might be able to
I cannot. I'm gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to see it upside down, unfortunately. But like different sort of like end scene sort of things, you know. Just kind of seemed like a good idea at the time. That's some like that's some work. That's some college stuff. Let's see. Oh, what's that? What's that? Okay. So, more lighthouse stuff. I really enjoyed getting to draw this. I think you can actually kind of see that little axolotl with the sandcastle. They're having a fun time. This and this right here were actually from kind of a bad... Oh, okay, well, it's begun. So therefore, I am going to take a second. Not going to let you guys go without, so to speak. Let me just... Add. That's some good stuff. That's some good water. We vibe. We vibe indeed. While I'm waiting, I can show you guys some of the other stuff I got on my desk. Got this from my brother from like a Pride festival. It's like an origami mushroom, which I think is pretty sick. Let's see. What else do I got here? We got this guy. This guy lives in the orb. He got put in the atomic cube. And now he's trapped in the orb forever. You know, that's what happens sometimes. You know, we got a seashell. Wonder if you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear the ocean? Probably can't. I can kind of hear it. Oh, hey, I have that same thing. It's a really cool light. I know my nephews really like it. I know like one of them like plays around with the color change like remote on it and just like points up to like the light on the ceiling and being like, that's cyan. That Lord. Loddle orb. Oh. Yeah. Whew. But yeah, you know, it's been kind of fun, all things considered. We've been enjoying ourselves more recently, and I've been pretty happy about that. You know, I get to do a lot of fun stuff with you guys, and I know, like I said, I know I haven't been able to stream as consistently as I used to, just because work is not because work has started, but because work is about to start. If that makes sense. It's like, you know, and the last thing we want is to have to deal with like all kinds of stuff. I know that you got like I got to make sure that I put myself first. I got to put my life first. And I know all of you understand that. Speaking of understanding, let's get back. So, right around this point is when we got to these two things. These two things are symbols that I made for a VTuber group that I had been asked to be a part of early on. And I had only joined because Nanu had been invited, and they had recommended me to come join. And it was a VTuber group by the name of A Vortex. The idea was that it was like a fantasy tavern of sorts, and all these different like people and adventurers would get sucked into to this tavern, and they'd share stories, and they'd protect the realm and things like that. And it seemed like an interesting idea. The owner of the group, who seemed like an okay person at the time, turns out was not good to the to the traditionally feminine talent, specifically, crossing boundaries that they were not supposed to cross. After Nanu and I had heard about that, Nanu and me talked and said, "Hey, yeah, we're dipping." Nanu went first, and I said, "Yeah, I only came by because Nanu thought you guys were cool. I'm just gonna cut ties." And I did. And we actually ended up meeting someone really cool through that, who was one of the talents, by the name of Cyberina. Now, I'd only recommend going to see her stuff if you are like 18 plus, because they are very open about themselves. They are very confident in who they are. But at the end of the day, they're a very wonderful and sweet person, and I think that they're a cool group of people. I think that Cyberina is a really cool person to be with. You know, they're a neat person to watch. I think last time I got to see them, they were playing Baldur's Gate. I saw them on Blue Sky a while back. Would recommend. Amazingly positive person. The three of us more or less were really good friends. I check in on them from time to time. I don't check a lot because, again, their stuff doesn't really vibe with me personally, but we're all supportive of each other, and I'm happy to. But that was like the symbol that we had. Right. The idea for the for like the lighthouse. And I might use some of this again. I don't know, but like the lighthouse was sort of like, I'm going to sound really also, I realize none of you are here. I was wondering, everything seemed so quiet. But it's okay, cuz you're all here now. All popping into existence. But I'm going to sound really like, there's a word for it. Not persnickety. I'm going to sound like those like book snobs that pretend that try to gatekeep everything, and I'm not meaning to. But the lighthouse, as always, like the way I set it up, like out of character, like out of lore, was always meant to be a sort of metaphor for my own experience with the creative process. Because, it's a balancing act at the end of the day. And balancing that creative drive with everything else has always been an issue. And I'm not sure if I'll keep using this, but because it has changed over time. But, so this is the lighthouse, or at least a prototype version of it. There's the living room, the little axolotl, the little axolotl, like kitchen, little reading and resting nook, workshop, and the creative spark at the top of it. The it's uncontainable. It is the heart of everything that we do here. But it's also a fire. It is terrifyingly dangerous, because if you let it consume you for too long, you end up burning out, and that's what's at the bottom of the lighthouse. A lot of that soot and ash falls to the bottom, and that burnout starts to set in. That those regrets, that worry, the realistic side of yourself that you continue to allow. But of course, that was sort of an idea for a while. I had gone a bit further in depth. I was still kind of deciding what I wanted stuff to be. I'm not gonna lie, I could probably make a fucking hella good game out of this. Maybe. Like the idea was that like all the ashes and the stuff down at the bottom feeds that sort of like flame at the top in a way. But it's somber, it's terrifying, it's empty, It stretches out for miles. And
Term is not the first one to come here. They are not the first lighthouse keeper. They certainly won't be the last. Like I said, I have no idea if I'll ever go back to that, if I'll ever have that lore sort of thing, because I'll be real, once you finish your lore video, everybody watching this stream, I hope you all realize, you guys all know that I am not good at kayfabe. I do not stay in character with this kind of stuff very often. Let's see. That has my real life. The first idea... We poof into existence. First idea for stream avatars, I wanted to make something where you all could be little Lottles. And I think Wolves had actually taken over for this one and that's when we, this was a little bit before we decided that we were going to, make it a sort of customized thing. And I'm happy that we did. I'm really happy that we did. Because, now I get to see you guys, and you guys get to see yourselves on stream and feel like you're a part of things, I think that's adorable. Also, this little guy here, he looks so nervous. He looks like he's got a 1,000-yard stare. Oh. Let's see. My old... There's college. Gee, I wonder how college was making me feel. Oh. This is also around the time I would been considering doing a September subathon. We are just little scrimlows. Yeah, little scrimlows. But some of the other lore ideas, something inhabiting the lookout, I need to keep away from it. It's just too much. Bright, burning, uncontrollable. The lighthouse was given to me by Yonk, who's a cool person. Yonk is neat. Yonk is honestly the reason that I'm here at all. There's some more of the subathon stuff we had planned. Oh, right. This is some of the math that I was doing, during my first September subathon late into the night. This math is wrong. This math is so wrong. I somehow calculated that we had already made enough for the 72-hour stream. I woke up the next morning, looked at my math, and said, "Oh shoot! Well, I've already said it on camera. I've already said we had that's what we've done. So I'm just gonna roll with it." And then we had our 72-hour subathon. I'm pretty sure. Oh God, that was such bad math. I don't know why I let myself believe that. Oh, God. Right around here was how I was planning. This is when I started making some pretty damn good money. And I started trying to organize it in my mind to see how stream should be paid for. And we're still kind of figuring that out at the moment. All of us can't do math. The worst part is I don't have an excuse. I was good at math. I was actually really good at math. And I had this, I'd already sort of put this through head designer for Yonk for merch, the mod payment. This was back when Maxie wasn't even a part of the mod staff. I had drawn this little guy. I drawn myself in this outfit, which is adorable. I really need to draw my character in more outfits because I do enjoy getting to do that. I'd gotten my brother to make ideas. Let's see. Oh God. Oh. Yeah, some more sort of ideas of how things would be produced, because again, if I can make this thing work as a actual living, as an income, then that means I can do more for you guys. I'd started thinking of how to grow more on Twitch, make sure that I was interacting, network with different people, be consistent. I needed to grow on YouTube, so I needed to make bingeable content, and I feel weird reading all this stuff. TikToks are fed by all the other channels and stuff like that. And, that's my school schedule. When was this? There we go. I'd done like screenshots. Okay, we're starting to get into where I started doing this stuff with the this was like not first, but like maybe second Halloween, I want to feel, where I sang a bunch of different songs, and I read a bunch of different like old horror stories and scary stories and stuff. And I really should do that again. I had done I'd sang different like songs, and it seemed fun, That was a real good stream. Here's my goals that I put down for the year after. Goal for next year, I want TikTok to be on autopilot. I didn't really want to worry about that. I wanted to have incentives for Discord and YouTube to hit 300 subs. I'd already thrown stuff down. I'd read different stories. Like I had explained like Talipo, and I'd talk about like different things. How are you today? I'm doing wonderful, Wildflower. We're currently going down memory lane, going through some of the old Lighthouse lore stuff that I used to write down. Bonus beat Terminian Hero. That was a fun one. That wasn't this year. I think that was last year. Use hit keys. I was thinking of getting Bikubot at around that time. That was really fun. YouTube, Discord, more stuff like that. I really need to start doing more. I need to start doing more like things where we can watch stuff in our Discord. I might actually do that in a little bit, because I don't think the stream will last too much longer. Let's see. That was just me doing stream. Oh, wow. Aww. Oh, I'd actually gotten someone to we had someone come into the coffee shop around that time, and they were mute, and so they and the only thing they had was writing or sign language, and none of us knew that. So I offered my notebook to let them write out what they wanted. They wanted a large iced coffee, a large hot coffee in a lime coconut bar. And then they had a good day. They even wrote down "Have a good evening." Oh, that's nice. That's nice. This is when I was trying to make I was making jokes about how how neurodivergent people, I was trying to connect spoons, fucks, and bones all into the same idea, into the same structure. That was fun. More axolotl lore, which probably won't stick with how it used to be. You know how it is. The heart, mind, and soul. There we go. And one of the things I do with notebooks is that I only write on one side of the page, and then I write out, I flip it over, and I start going backwards, so that way it's the same page. So I end up with some neat ideas and lore, I end up being able to draw a hell of a lot better, there's some of that. This is me drawing what I had been wearing at that day. Oh, that was good. Bit emotes.
different ideas, websites. I'd been talking about more merch, the charity drive, getting that stuff pulled back up. And then I believe I had gotten a new notebook around that time. And that notebook was this one. It had Scyther on it, because that's the only one they had. And apparently the group that's making these isn't going to be making them anymore, which is sad, because I really like the way these feel. They're very bendable, like it's like a weird like leather on the outside almost. It definitely isn't the most... It isn't the best, but I liked it. Let's see. I'd started this one out by just doing calculations, figuring out how much I would need to monetize this whole thing. More of the stuff I'd been planning to do, more like bigger fundraising for around that time. I'd asked Flam if they wanted to join for this. So that was fun, the challenges, my short-term and long-term goals for the year. A lot of these didn't end up happening, but it happens. Subs, bits, avalanche. Oh, here's Spellbound. This is when I was deciding what kind of character I wanted to play. New resident character concept, new resident who's taken up living in an old wizard tower, handyman who's fixing something in the building before it caved in. Above, I could have been an archivist, helpful, experimental. Didn't get to do that because apparently that's too close to being a librarian. Below, nervous, organized, lights and charts tunnels. Everyone's worth it, even if you can't see it yet. Knowledge is meant to be shared, otherwise it's pointless. Feels a call from below the tower, maybe dwarvish. Sets up comms in the caves, things like that. It just seemed like a fun time at the end of the day. Oh. See, there's a lot of money stuff here. Old schedules. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. I'm having to skip through a lot of these because a lot of these end up just being like schedules. Schedules and writing out like things. Oh, here's me drawing Mercy, Hugin, and Munin. Oh, that one's good. Oh, here's, you can kind of see it. It's the initial letter for SB. Well, not letter. The talking with SB Sky. That one was fun. More of that, and then realize that like the pen I used disappears when it's given extra heat. And so as such, I'm like I need to stop using those pens for this. Oh. Oh. More of this little guy. Oh. There we go. There's some more drawings that I did of a lot of people. Oh, this was fun. Oh. More lore stuff that I'm unsure if I'll ever use. Oh, more of the fam.
Oh God, I did this, and I did all this like in pen, I believe, and so it didn't have the best outlook. Oh. Oh, there's a drawing of Goldie in SB Term, and also if I have to show this above, so I'm gonna have to bend this thing a tiny bit. Term raging about SB Term raging about Owl and how they're awful, and Panda trying to sneak up on him, seeing what's going on, being like, maybe not today, today's not the day. Oh God, that's a good one. That one's a good one. I forgot I drew that one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we are. New draft. Let's see. Oh, this is when we got like a little kobold. We got a little kobold design, and PT was like, draw your character and spellbound as it, and she's like, ooh. Oh. Oh, there's Addy and Bear. Addy and Koba. It's me Addy and it's me Koba. Look at them. More the kids. More the PLL fam. That one's there's a lot of stuff I don't think I ever got to fully draw. He said no pickles. Oh God. That was some good stuff. You are ruining the moment. Oh, there's Oobleck, and then there's Oobleck again. While Term enjoys Halloween. Big fan of Halloween. All right.
Have you found your daily pebbles?
Have you guys? You probably should at this point. You know, it's been a while. Oh. This is when we were joking about SB Term's soul being empty. How young and naive we were. How young and naive we were. Oh. There we go. There's Term being happy to be back after his trip down below in the cave. Oh. I believe that's everything. I want to say anyway. Yeah. That notebook ended up running out. Or I guess not running out. That was around the time that I started getting I went to go see Sky, and they had given me a sketchbook, like with some like the foreshadowing. Honestly, you know, listen, there's some accidental foreshadowing in Term's first dream that you guys should go back and look at because it was completely unintentional. If you guys look when the explosion happens and he starts falling, look at the color of like the explosion. Look at the color of it. Look at the color of it. I promise you won't be disappointed. So I actually don't have the sketchbook, and I don't have it with me because it's in a bag and it's what I use whenever I need stuff to do. But that doesn't mean I don't have all the pages that I've been going through. Let me just go through some of these real quick. There's one that I really like. This one was for my for my September subathon. I thought it was really nice. All my friends just being there. You might be able to see, like, there's Bear, and there's Jacques, there's Flam and Sky, and Kenna and Panda, and Tech Husband and PT, and Newt, and Maxie. The color? Yeah, the color of the explosion. I'm gonna show it to you in a bit. Because I used a special item to set off the explosion, and it happened to have a specific color attached to it. There's TV, there is Rocks, Fish, Ellie, Panda. There's Poke and Brando and Yonk and E-Viking. Oh. I drew this. This one's the most recent. I drew this one just because I missed Postman Term. I needed a Postman Term drawing. I just needed them. Let's see. Not as good. I drew this one on Blue Sky for somebody. I don't quite remember their name, but that guy was pretty neat. Oh, there's Wormska. There's Wormska. the drinking their boba. There's like this villain VTuber who's like a vampire. You needed it. I did need it. That one was good. This is me drawing myself. That one was nice. There we go. This one did numbers on Blue Sky. All the little guys. All the little guys. Oh, tag yourself. I'm this pink one here. I might also be this red one here. It kind of depends. Oh. Let's see. Oh, there's a Flam drawing that I did for Art Fight. Very strong. Very nice. Collecting stars. You know. Here's one of Yonk's characters by the name of Alex. Very cool. I really can't wait to see what game I can't wait to see the game they're in because Yonk has told me about it and I'm gonna have so much fun playing it. It's gonna be so fun. I'm the red one. I think this one was one of I want to say it was one of Cloudbear's characters, but I could be wrong. It was for Art Fight, and my brain's kind of losing me, but it was a really nice looking, like, it was a really cool, like, Dragonborn, I believe, which is really nice. Oh, see, this one's out of order, but it's the first drawing I drew in the sketchbook because I'd gone to see Sky and Tech Husband, and I was super appreciative of them for everything. You know, they've been some of the best people, and I will never forget that. They deserve all the praise. Here's some Ponyo term with some Spellbound attached to it. You know, like you can like a lot of Ponyo screenshots you can turn into axolotls really easily. You know. Oh, here's some things I had. I had an Instars in term, say Canada or Canada, little symbols for the Spellbound Postal Service, you know. Oh, Okay, so this one here actually has some history to it. So this pose is actually from a little wooden statue that my Nana and Pawpaw have in their house. And is two people just like snuggling up, and on the bottom of the little statuette it says love isn't love unless it's shared. And I don't think I cannot agree more. We got some more Term and Bear. We love them so much. The best brothers. I'm happy that they get to be back together. If you don't think that Term, Sky, Bear, and Addie are going on double dates, they absolutely are. They're going to go have like the best life. Like, and thankfully there's people to look after people. So there's a drawing of Duper I did because they'd been like anybody wants to draw my OC, and I was like, I want to draw your OC, and then I drew their OC. That was really fun. I think I did pretty good on it, And some of these are out of order, so if you see like a jump in quality, that's probably why. Oh, there's Lib. There's Lib. Very, very happy with this one. Lib is cool. I think Lib is amazing. I'll be real. Lib was on like my getting to do like a collaboration kinda with Lib was one of like the things I put on my New Year's like goal list that I was like this ain't happening. This ain't happening. And then it happened, and it was really early on, and that was a really strange thing to feel. This was a congratulation piece for Coda for getting into VFur. Very proud of Coda. Very, very proud. Oh, here's Rel. Look at them. Their eyes, they only request violence. They only request violence. Oh, different ideas for different like emotes and stuff, That seemed like a fun thing to do. This one's good. This is when I was drawing I was trying to draw SB Term, but like in the Pepe Sylvia pose where it's just like can we talk about the mail? I've been dying to talk about the mail all day. And he accidentally ended up looking like a very concerned weatherman, like the kind of person who like tries to warn about a like apocalyptic event happening, but none of the people in the movie believe him because he has messy hair and he drops his papers. Like that is like that he acts, and I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what he ends up being at the end of the day. And I think that's the best for him. Oh, here we go. Here's an old comic that I had done that was based off a thing in Spellbound, which I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see. Fancy doorway. Ooh, shit. Just like the boxes are weird. Just like, I think the specific thing was like, the idea was like, I think what was said was just like Sky trying to do like a little like counter flirt, being like SB Sky just being like, oh, if you wanted to catch me, you could just say it, and SB Term just being like you're the luckiest catch that I've ever had, and I don't plan on letting you go anytime soon. Which, if that isn't just SB Term's entire character, I don't know what is. Stare at those eyes. Oh, this was for Owl's birthday. It was the first time I had drawn any primarily bird like person where like their arms are wings. That was always an issue. Wings are hard. They really are, and I don't get why. I don't get why they're so difficult. Oh, here's some of the little guys that I drew for like an event, and I can't remember which event it was, but I drew them anyway because that's adorable. Come inside, won't you? I've got cookies in the oven. And then this one. This was when I got to play Lethal Company with Star Owl and Ren, I believe. And we I never finished it because I never finish anything. You can tell because Owl has no arms, and that's good enough. But like we we had been like using the Jugaband emote over and over throughout that day, so like I just decided to draw us playing the instruments, which was very nice, very fun indeed. Oh, but yeah, at this point, I have more or less gone through. I only have a couple more pages in the thing before I'm officially out of before I'm out of paper. And when I'm out of paper, I'll probably get my own thing. You know, I'll get a new sketchbook to draw and doodle in. But I've kept every single one of them because I used to not have confidence in the kind of person that I used to be. You know, I didn't have a lot of confidence in who I was, in what I used to make, in all the things I used to do. And it's thanks to, you know, Sky and everybody else and all the people that I've been able to get even to I've been able to be more myself. And the future is concerning, to say the least. But I'll happily face down whatever I see, whatever storm might take place. I'm going to hunker down here, and I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep being the person that I want to be. I'm going to keep making stuff that makes me happy, and I'm going to keep trying to let others make a place where others can do the same. And I know that it's sappy as fuck, and all of you are probably like groaning your vocal cords out right now, just being like, oh, he's such a he's a you know. But I mean it, and I always have meant it, and I always will mean it. I want you guys to know that I care about you a lot, and even if I am not as consistent as I used to be, even if things are looking bleak or dark, I'm going to keep running this little lighthouse. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. I'm going to keep doing good, and no one gets a vote on that. Actually, if you guys like, I got two things that I'm planning for the future. First things first. Brains braining. First things first. At the end of this year, I'm gonna be doing like a tier list of all the games that I have completed. Like completed in big air quotes because, you know. But every game that I have finished, I'm going to be doing a tier list. And I'm going to be rating them. I'm going to be telling you guys my thoughts on them because we had a lot of really fun games, and I think that'd be a fun way to end out the year. You know, we had like In Stars in Time. We had I'll be real, that's the only one that's coming to mind right now because it literally pops into my mind all the time and I love it. But there's been a lot of games that we've played and we've beaten and we've completed, and you know, and so I'm going to be doing stuff like that, and I might be talking to some other creators to see if they would like to do the same, where we have a stream where we explain our placements of the games that we've put down, and maybe end up with more games that we could play next year that our communities haven't seen yet. You know, I think that would be fun. I think, you know, I'm going to be running it by some people first, maybe like one or two people, because that seems like the max amount of people because of how much time that would take. But I think it would be worth it. And the other thing I'm thinking of doing, which is going to be a sort of year-long thing of sorts, is I am going... How many of you are familiar with Animal Crossing New Horizons? I'm going to hazard a fair number of you. I know a lot of us experienced it and enjoyed it during quarantine, and a lot of us have a lot of different opinions on it from that period of time. whether it was really good, whether you felt like it could have been better. But I wasn't streaming when the pandemic happened, and with how things are looking, I think it would be interesting to make a new island, one that this community gets to see grow and develop, but one you guys only really get to see once a week. I would love to showcase other people's islands when we get the chance to. I think that would be really sick. But basically each week, there would be a single day out of the week where I would be playing Animal Crossing live on stream. And then you guys would get to, see the place grow. And you get to see how the place changed while you all were gone. And I think that'd be neat. I think that's and we do it for a year. And then when that year ends, I set it up to have like a dream address. And then I don't touch it anymore. I let it exist as it is. I let it be the community's sort of thing. Whatever I've done in that year, whatever I've proceeded to activate, whatever I proceeded to, acquiesce, as it were, is what is seen. It is what will be there, and there won't be any changing it after that. I'm sure it wouldn't take that long for me to get a 5-star island. I mean, I got a 5-star island within the first year. It's not that hard. And then they open up the entire rest of the game, and then it kind of gets boring. But then you make your own fun at that point, right? I think that'd be fun. I'd love to have something that we just do every week for the next year. And I get to show you guys what it's all about. Maybe I do some recording and like edit together little weekly like logs of interesting things that happened that week, that while we were gone. Like a friend visiting an island for a little bit before heading off somewhere. And then coming back every so often to see everything changed. I don't know. Just seems like fun. But yeah, you guys let me know about that idea in the Discord. You guys let me know how you would enjoy that. My brain's trying to brain at the moment, and it's not braining. It's really not braining. Oh. Anyway. There was one other thing. I'm hoping later this month I can do another VTuber Fusion. Specifically with the people that I have gotten to be in a VTuber group with, a lot of Lottles. Though I am uncertain if they are open at the moment. I really need to talk with them a bit more on that. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. There we go. Let's see. I think I'm also... should also show you guys how the bullet journal's been going. So, Sky has once again put me on to bullet journaling. This is why I'm bullet journaling. Not they have done this again. That is a different sort of group of people. That is a different, like context. I don't know. Anyway. Let me go ahead and... Today's just the day of me going through a bunch of notebooks with you guys. I don't know. There's nothing to really do here. Let's skip back, because there's personal info in there. So I started this off with a sort of a quote from C.S. Lewis, because I thought it was a good way to start off, You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. And I think that is wonderful advice that we need nowadays. Considering everything. I got my daily tasks, monthly stuff. The trackers have been going well. I don't remember a lot of dreams. I'm usually pretty fine. Like, I'm a very healthy individual, so I kind of sit around the fine and energized category a lot. My mood fluctuates, usually in the top bits. Obviously, something happened last week that we all know why that happened last week, so I'm not going to talk about that. Oh, but you know, different content stuff, different ideas, you know. Ooh, this one's good. I finally was able. I've been saving these stickers for when I do bullet journaling, and I'm happy I finally got to put them down. Little skir, you know. It seemed only right that like we ended Spellbound in November, so I should put the last little remnants that I have of Spellbound into this title page. You know, I got like Sky's business card out of getting these, and I'll be real, at some point I need to talk with them about designing my own business card and how they go about doing streams, how they go about doing merch stuff, because I think it's cool. I think the fact that they have stickers that they send out is really neat. I don't know how I don't know how they do it. I'll need to talk with them later. I voted. I voted. I voted, goddammit. But yeah, it's my birth month. I got stuff that we were planning. I was trying to make a weekly spread. Really didn't like the way it was turning out, so I changed it off to something like this. You know. I got a little doodle there, which I'm pretty happy about. And you know, sort of made some ideas for different winter merch, been kind of playing around with different ideas. You voted. I did voted. But just different ideas for different things. I need to turn this into a sticker. You can't plug life into an algorithm and expect it to give you the right answer, you know. Like a beanie with a little side with like embroidery on the side that looks like gills, but like it's like subtle, if that makes sense. I don't know what this guy is. I just doodled him and then put Skrunkle next to his name. I don't think this classifies as Skrunkly, but you know, I guess it works. You know. And then, you know, this is the newest page which we've been working on. You know, I'll probably post whatever doodle I get later. But I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it, you know? Anyway. Whew. So far it's been going good. Maybe I'll do that as a weekly thing. I do like a thing. I know that I still have like 2 hours before I would normally end stream, if that makes sense. I say if that makes... He's just a little guy. Little guy vibes. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh my god. Guys. Flare, like the person who does Mythic Duo. They do like a campfire day every so often, which I think is sort of like a kind of like a podcast thing almost, sort of. I'm not too caught up on it, but Sky and Rox are going to be there as like guests, and it's going to be a fun episode. This coming Tuesday, 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. PST. They're gonna be doing little things. They're gonna be doing stuff. They got little plushy stuff. I gotta refresh. I gotta repost that. Check out the Blue Sky if you want to see more of it, because heck yeah indeed. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for my friends because I love the fact that they're getting to hop on to stuff like that. I love seeing that. I love getting to see that. I love getting to see my friends do fun stuff. Oh, That's always wonderful. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and raid you guys off into somebody because I don't really have much else to talk about. This next week, hopefully, I will have my days that I go into work, and so I'll have a better idea of when I go in for stream, when I can do streams and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I care about you all a heck of a lot. And I think I'm going to send you guys off to Lib. I think that's the person that would make the most sense. They're currently doing some just chatting, just like we were. And, yeah. So, as you guys all well know, go ahead and check out the socials. I'm everywhere from Blue Sky to Twitch. I'm in all the important places. I'm in all of the important places. If you want to see when we go live next, do check out the Discord. And if you want to support the channel and watch the video that I made for this week about 24 hours early, go ahead and be a member. Check out the merch site, become a member, do all that fun stuff. With all that being said, I'll see you later. Goodbye.